Hey you, you're still here. I was hoping you would be. I know the library closed 20 minutes ago, but I saw you through the window, still sitting at your usual table, and I couldn't lock up and leave, not without talking to you first. Do you mind if I sit down? Thank you. I've been wanting to talk to you for weeks now, but every time I tried, every time I walked past your table or brought you a book you requested, I just froze. You probably think I'm just the quiet librarian girl who barely says 2 words to anyone, and you're not wrong. I am quiet. I've always been more comfortable with books than people, but with you, it's different. I notice things, little things, like how you always choose the same table, the one by the window in the back corner where the afternoon light comes in just right, or how you bite the inside of your cheek when you're concentrating on something difficult, or the way you smile, just a little, when you find exactly the passage you were looking for. I've been watching you, not in a creepy way, I promise, just noticing. Because you're the only person who stays as late as I do, the only one who seems to love this place the way I do. And over these past few months, you've become my favorite part of every day. I'm sorry, I'm probably making this weird. I'm not very good at this, at talking about feelings. It's easier to hide behind my books, to let stories speak for me instead of finding my own words. But tonight I wanted to try. Actually, I wanted to show you something I've never shown anyone before. Come with me. Just follow me. I promise it'll be worth it. See that door over there? The one behind the reference desk with the staff-only sign? That's where we're going. Don't worry, I work here. We're not breaking any rules. Well, not any important ones anyway. Okay, here we are. Welcome to the restricted section. Not restricted because the books are dangerous or anything dramatic like that, just old, rare, too valuable to let people handle without supervision. But also, some of them are a little forbidden. Stories that were considered too scandalous, too romantic, too passionate for their time. I've been reading them late at night after everyone leaves, when it's just me and the silence and these beautiful old books. And I kept thinking, I kept wishing that I could share them with someone, with you. Here, this one. The leather is worn soft from age. The pages smell like vanilla and old paper. And the stories inside, they're about love, real love, the kind that breaks through propriety and fear and all the walls people build around themselves. I thought maybe we could read some together, if you want to. You're nodding. Good. Let me here. We can sit right here on this old reading couch. No one ever comes back here. It'll be just us. Okay, let me find a good part, somewhere that captures what I mean. Here, listen to this. She had spent months watching him from across the room, learning the map of his face when he thought no one was looking, memorizing the sound of his laughter, the way his hands moved when he spoke about things that mattered to him. And every day, the feeling grew stronger, until it became impossible to ignore, impossible to pretend she felt nothing at all. She knew it was foolish to fall for someone she barely knew, someone who might never see her as anything more than a quiet presence in the background. But the heart doesn't ask permission. It simply loves, and she loved him. That resonates with me. Does it resonate with you? I know you're probably wondering why I'm showing you this, why I brought you back here. Let me keep reading. Maybe it'll become clear. One evening, when the building was empty and the world outside had grown dark, she finally found the courage to speak, to tell him what she had been holding inside for so long, to risk everything on the hope that maybe, just maybe, he felt it too. My hands are shaking a little. Can you see? It's because these words, they're not just a story to me. They're how I feel. I've been wanting to tell you for weeks, months even. Every time you come in, every time you smile at me when I check out your books, every time our hands brush accidentally when I hand you something, I feel it, this pull, this connection. And I don't know if you feel it too, or if I've just been living in my own romantic fantasy, but I couldn't let another night pass without at least trying, without at least seeing if maybe you've noticed me too, the way I've noticed you. Should I keep reading, or should I just say it in my own words? Okay, my own words then. I like you. I've liked you since the first time you walked in here 3 months ago and asked me where to find poetry about longing, and I thought, here's someone who understands, someone who reads the same kinds of things I do, who feels deeply, who isn't afraid of emotion even if they're quiet about it. And then you kept coming back. And every time you did, I found myself looking forward to seeing you more and more. I started making sure I was working the evening shifts because I knew that's when you came in. Started recommending books to you, ones I loved, hoping you'd love them too, hoping we could have something to talk about. And you did love them. You'd come back and tell me what you thought, and we'd have these brief little conversations that I treasured, that I replayed in my mind for hours afterward. Do you know how rare that is, to find someone who reads the same language your heart speaks? I kept telling myself I was being ridiculous, that you were just a nice person being polite to the librarian. But then, this catch you looking at me sometimes, when you thought I wasn't paying attention, and I'd wonder, does he feel it too? So tonight, when I saw you still here after closing, I thought, this is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for. The universe giving me a sign that maybe I should be brave. And here we are, in this dusty old restricted section, surrounded by love stories written 100 years ago, and I'm trying to tell you mine. It's not very smooth, is it? I should have practiced, figured out what to say. But I think the truth is better, even if it's messy. The truth is, I think about you all the time. I think about what it would be like to talk to you about more than just books, to know you beyond these library walls. I think about what your hand would feel like holding mine, what your voice sounds like when you're relaxed and happy. I think about whether you ever think about me. Do you think about me? Your eyes, they're so intense right now, looking at me like that. It's making my heart race. Is that a yes? Oh, you do. You have been noticing me. I can see it in your face. You're not even trying to hide it anymore. That look, that's not just friendly, that's... Can I tell you something else? Something I've been keeping to myself for even longer? Every night, after you leave, I walk past your table and I imagine what it would be like if you were still there, waiting for me. If, instead of saying goodnight and watching you go, you stayed, and we could sit together in the quiet, just existing in the same space, not needing to fill the silence because we're comfortable. I've written about it in my journal. I know that sounds so teenage and silly, but I write about you, about the way you make me feel safe and seen, and like maybe I'm not as invisible as I always thought I was. You're moving closer. Why are you... Oh,
You're closing the distance between us on this couch. Your knee is touching mine now. Such a small thing, but it feels enormous, like the whole world just shifted. I can smell your cologne. Or maybe it's just
You. Something warm and slightly woody and so perfectly you. My hands are still shaking. Can you hold them? There. Your hands are so warm and steady. Everything mine aren't right now. This is real. This is actually happening. I've imagined this so many times, but the reality is so much better. You want to know more about me, beyond the quiet librarian you see every evening. Okay, I can do that. I grew up surrounded by books. My parents owned a used bookstore, so I basically lived in stories before I could even read them myself. Books were my best friends. They never judged me for being too quiet or too shy or too much in my own head. They let me be exactly who I was. And I guess I've been looking for people who make me feel that way too. You make me feel that way. Like I don't have to pretend to be more outgoing or bubbly or anything other than exactly who I am. I love rainy days best, when the library is extra quiet and I can hear the rain against the windows. I drink too much tea, probably 4 or 5 cups during a shift. I have a cat named Austin. Yes, after Jane, who sits on my lap while I read at night. I'm a terrible cook, but an excellent baker. Something about the precision of baking just makes sense to my brain. I love old movies, the kind that are in black and white and have that dreamy quality where everything feels romantic even when nothing is really happening. And I fall in love with people slowly, through small moments and quiet observations. The way I've fallen for you. This wasn't some sudden thing. It was gradual. Like water slowly filling a cup until it's overflowing and I can't hold it in anymore. That's where I am now, overflowing. You're still holding my hands. Your thumbs are tracing small circles on my skin. Do you even realize you're doing that? It's making it very hard to think straight. What about you? Tell me something, anything. I want to know everything. You've been coming here to escape, to find peace in a world that's too loud and too demanding. I understand that. I really do. That's what this place is for me too. A sanctuary. And then I became part of your sanctuary. I was part of the peace you were looking for. That's one of the nicest things anyone's ever told me. You noticed me on your very first visit. You thought I was pretty, even before you knew anything about me. But then you saw me reading during my break, saw the title of my book, and you knew. You knew I was someone you wanted to know. Why didn't you say something sooner? Why did we both spend 3 months dancing around this? You were scared I'd reject you. That I was too focused on my books to notice you. Oh, if you only knew. I noticed everything. Every single thing about you. And I was equally terrified, convinced you saw me as just the helpful librarian and nothing more. We're both kind of ridiculous, aren't we? But we're here now, finally being honest, finally admitting what we've both been feeling. Your hand just moved, from mine to my face. You're touching my cheek. This is more than I imagined. Your touch is so gentle, like you're afraid I'll disappear if you're not careful. I'm not going anywhere, I promise. I've never done this before, been this vulnerable with someone, let someone this close. But with you, it feels right. It feels safe. You're leaning in closer. I can feel your breath. Are you going to kiss me? please. Oh, that was my first kiss in this library. My first kiss in a very long time, actually. And it was perfect. Can we do that again? I know I should probably be playing it cool, not being so eager, but I've wanted this for so long. Wanted you for so long. Come here. I could get used to this, to being close to you like this, to not having to hide what I'm feeling anymore. The book. We completely forgot about the book. I brought you back here to read romantic stories, and instead we're writing our own. That's so much better than anything on these pages. Should we stay here for a while? No one's going to come looking, and I'm not ready for this moment to end. Not yet. I want to memorize this, the way you're looking at me right now, the way it feels to have your arm around me, the way my heart is racing but also calm somehow, like everything just clicked into place. You're asking if I'm cold, if I need your jacket. I am a little chilly. This section doesn't get much heat, but I'd rather just move closer to you, if that's okay. There, this is perfect. I feel like I should pinch myself, make sure this is real. 3 hours ago, I was just shelving returns and thinking about you like I do every day, wondering if tonight would be the night I finally said something. And now you're here, holding me, and everything I hoped for is actually happening. You want to take me out, on a real date, somewhere outside these walls. I'd love that. I really would. But can we still have nights like this, where we stay late in the library and sit in corners reading to each other and exist in our own little world? You promise we can? Good. Because this place, it's special to me. And now it's special to us. Where would you take me for our first official date? A bookstore cafe, of course. You know me so well already. Somewhere we can browse shelves and drink coffee and talk about all the books we love. That sounds perfect. When? Tomorrow? You want to take me out tomorrow? You don't waste time, do you? I like that. I like that you're sure about this, about us, because I'm sure too. Tomorrow then, it's a date. Our first real date after 3 months of longing looks and careful distance. Finally. It's getting late. I should probably actually lock up at some point, but I don't want to move. I'm so comfortable right here against you. 5 more minutes? Okay, 5 more minutes. Then I'll walk you out, and we'll say goodnight properly. And tomorrow, we'll start something new, something that's ours. I can't believe this is happening, that you feel the same way I do, that all those nights I spent thinking about you, hoping, wishing, they weren't wasted, because here you are. You're everything I hoped you'd be, and more. Kind and patient and willing to let me stumble through my confession instead of needing it to be perfect. Though I think, in its own messy way, this was perfect. Very us. Quiet and book-filled and honest. Your fingers are in my hair now, playing with the ends. That feels really nice. I could fall asleep like this, right here on this old couch in the restricted section. Wouldn't that be something? The librarian who never breaks rules, sleeping in the library? But I suppose, if I'm breaking rules, I'm glad it's with you. You make me want to be a little bit brave, a little bit reckless. Okay,
we really should go now, before I completely lose track of time and we're here until sunrise. Come on, help me up. My legs are a little shaky. I might need to hold on to you. Is that all right? Good, because I don't think I'm ready to let go of your hand yet anyway. Let me just put this book back where it belongs, and we can head out. There, now, let's go. Through the stacks, past all the shelves I've walked by thousands of times, but tonight they feel different. Tonight, everything feels different. Because I'm not alone. I'm with you. Here's the front door. Let me just grab my keys from the desk. Got them. Okay, after you. The night air is so cool. It feels good after being inside all day. Look, the stars are out. It's
so clear tonight. I love nights like this, when the world feels quiet and still and like anything could happen. Tonight, you happened. The thing I've been hoping for, dreaming about. You don't live far, do you? Just a few blocks? Let me walk with you part way. I don't want to say goodbye yet. Is that okay? You'd like that. Good. Me too. It's so quiet out here. Just our footsteps and the sound of the breeze through the trees. I like walking with you. Our hands still linked, your thumbs still doing those little circles on my skin. Do you always do that? The thumb circles thing? It's very soothing and sweet. I like it. We're passing the little cafe on the corner, the one that's open late. We should go there sometime, after one of our library evenings. Get hot chocolate and sit outside even though it's cold, just to extend the night a little longer. I'm already planning future moments with you. Is that too much? You doing the same thing? Good. We're on the same page. We've always been on the same page, haven't we? Even before we admitted it. We were connected somehow. Two quiet souls finding each other in the stacks. This is your street, isn't it? I guess this is where I say goodnight. For now. Tomorrow we'll have the whole evening together. A real date where I can get to know you even better. But tonight was perfect. Thank you for staying late, for letting me share those stories with you, for being brave enough to let me be brave too. One more kiss before we part ways? Yeah. I'm definitely not going to get tired of that. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Text me when you get inside, okay? I want to know you're safe. Yes, I'm already being protective. You'll have to get used to that. Go on, before I change my mind and follow you inside. Sweet dreams. Think of me. I know I'll be thinking of you. Okay, I'm going now. Really. One more kiss. Fine. But then I'm really leaving. Good night, my bookworm. See you tomorrow. And the next day, and the next, for as long as you'll have me. I'm yours now. You know that, right? Good, because you're mine too. My favorite story, my favorite chapter, my favorite person. Sleep well. I'll be thinking of you until I see you again. Tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.